Hello and welcome to my first ever gosh dang book review. That's right, I bet you didn't know that I read books. I didn't just read one book, I had two books, a whole fucking series. It's called Old Man's War. It's a great goddamn series about space, sci-fi, and the pursuit of happiness. Because isn't that what we're all after? And where do you find it other than Space Wars? So, I really like this book because it kind of just set off the tone for what's it like to be super old and then finally have your chance to do something that you want to do, even though we're caught up in all the conspiracies here on Earth. Nobody on Earth knows what's going on in space, just like nobody on Earth knows what's actually going on in Ukraine besides the people who are there doing things. And that's kind of like where the book's direction goes. The only people who really know what are going on are the people in charge, or the people who think they're in charge anyways. So it starts top down. Our main character, John Perry, my boy, he has a nice lovely life on Earth. A few kids, nothing too out of there, but he still feels lonely and lost as hell when his precious wife Jane dies. That's right, she's gone. John, he never fully recovers from this like one does. You keep her in the back of your mind, a loved one, and people will always be nice to you, kind to you. You go and see your family, but it's never the same. John considers something that is offered to everybody in this dang universe, and that is the offer to not just simply go kicking and screaming into the ugly beyond of life. You get to actually go and shoot yourself out into space and literally live a goddamn second life in a new body, in a new place, doing things for your government. And that will help you feel fulfilled, right? As the first book goes on, John is ripped from his old life, and he goes through the training program, and he sees that all these people are being conscious wiped, but implanted into new bodies. Once they're in the new bodies, it's nothing like they were before. They're green freaks now. They're literally aliens of our freaking nightmares. Super fast, super agile, and that allows them to go out into the fucking space and fight and protect their colonies that Earth doesn't even know freaking exists, really. All these colonies are on worlds that, habitable worlds and planets. They're a commodity in the universe, just like we should consider ours a commodity in extreme rarity. In fact, so much so that I couldn't tell if the space travel in the book was more of interdimensional, from each Earth to Earth, and there's only so many Earths, or if it was more of they actually did travel to different parts of the universe. They are fighting some obscenely scary aliens, the Odin, who are just a giant freaking bug-like cockroach centipede creature that has no sentience other than a hive mind in which it has no emotion or attachments to what that would mean on the individual level. So kind of like an ant, but a space ant. They will go into battle the most bravest warrior, and even without consciousness, it makes them more terrifying of a warrior than these green freaks could be. Basically, going in to book 2 is the John finally gets his mission, his goal in life, his driving force. They find out that somebody from the Colonial Union has betrayed them, and they're going to help out the Odin to actually reach consciousness and to, surpass the human race in significant ways, especially in colonizing. The Union can't have that. No. So they send John Perry and his wife. Yes, that's right, she's alive again. The damn Colonial Union makes bodies for everybody. Even the ones who don't make it out unconscious, they still have their DNA cloned. Let these things create their own sense of being, connect with other ones that are not, human intelligence. They're just synced into a brain pal intelligence in which it's like a computer hive mind, and they communicate like this, but they still have internal sentience. John and his once dead wife now go on a mission around the galaxy to find the dude who's the traitor to helping the Odin, and they are pissed. The Odin do very well at rebuffing John and his family every time they try to find him, until the fucking point where they find the place where he was, and it's all fucking scrapped to junk, and the only goddamn thing inside is a child. Enter Zoe into the equation. Zoe's father, traitor, massacre extraordinaire, giver of sentience to the Odin, but also somehow saver of humanity, because once Odin care about things. They care extremely deeply for Zoe, like a fucking queen for some reason, because her dad, helped them out to stop being emotionless creatures. So now Zoe is out here doing her own thing, getting protected by the Odin, and then all of a sudden, the Colonial Union thought they were safe. Hell no. There's an entirely different set of colonies out there run by alien species with over 300 distinct different races, and they do not like the humans, not even a little bit. So they decide to form together and just say, look, humans, you are not going to colonize anywhere else. John and his wife and new child get sent out to a fucking new colony out in the middle of nowhere. That's right. They are trying to hide. They're living like freaking Amish out here with no power, no freaking communications, and one dang medical tent hut with, super resistant stuff so they can't be detected. But they get detected, they get found, and they are threatened to be blown off the fucking map. And John, he doesn't care. He says, do it. I understand what you gotta do, but what you're gonna do is you're actually not gonna do it. Because as soon as that motherfucker gives the orders to fire on the colony, all of his ships explode in midair, because humans are crafty, ridiculous, and retarded, and they have also made humans that can fly in space and attach bombs to the ships. Now, the plan doesn't go at all like planned. The leader of the Confederacy, he basically packs up and he's like, damn, you fucked me, John. I'm gonna have to go back and tell everybody, and they're not gonna like this, so he leaves. And then he talks to the damn U.S. colonel who's like, wow, John, we didn't expect you to not give up. We didn't expect you to be alive. And he's like, damn, I'm alive. Like, basically, by the end of the damn thing, the Colonial Union is thrown into disarray, and enlistment is plummeted, and potential colonists are like, no fucking way. Basically, John's entire plan after all of this is to go back to Earth and let everybody know what's actually going on in space, and just not let the Colonial Union run their life like a fucking dictatorship that it is. And, that's pretty real life. Don't let anybody control it beyond necessary means. And, yeah, thanks for listening to my book review. It was... it's a good series. If you're interested in sci-fi, space, travel, messed up stuff that people gotta deal with, that you'll never have to, check it out. Many thanks.
Yo, all you trekkies and TV addicts, don't mean to diss, don't mean to bring static. All you Klingons in your grandma's house, grab your backstreet friend and get loud, blowing doors off hinges, grab you with the pinches, and no, I didn't retire.